Hi everyone, welcome back to PARQUET, episode 10. So thanks to Kanato, law enforcement was able to obtain a search warrant against the questionable underground hostel nightclub Dream Dive. So Kanato already suspected that this club is abusing BMIs, so using it for illegal purposes and gain. But more importantly, Kanato was able to find some memory for Tsubasa. So if you remember, one of Tsubasa's wishes is to gain the memories that she lost. So she knows not much of the time when she was grafted from her old body to Rino. So right now, it's around Christmas, so it's night and Rino is awake, and her boss, Aya, wants Rino to take a step back, and it's like, well, around Christmas, people have get-togethers and meetups, but for Kanato and Rino, so they have no one to be with. So I think what happened in episode 9 was that Aya wants Rino and Kanato to be together. So anyways, let's see what happens next. Okay, so after work, we head back home without taking any detours. Okay. And not that there's many places to stop by after midnight. Okay, so around this time, the flower shop is now closed. So she and I walk side by side down the empty, desolate streets. Except that there are people in the picture.
Ibuki か。本当に興味あるの？クリスマス。
So the only traces of Christmas that Kanto knows is from his company, Ibuki. So she brings the topic up casually. Yeah, I am. Well, I know you said you're not, though.
それは、前に酔っ払って昔のことを話したよね。
Okay, so also in episode, I think it was 8, Rino mentioned about her past.
この時期は条件のいいサンタのバイトを探してばっかりだったから。
So she had to support herself all alone when she was younger. So in that sense, I suppose she never dreamt of Santa visiting and giving her presents. Okay. So do you not like Christmas?
別に自分が楽しんでないからってクリスマス自体を恨むわけじゃない。
So I don't hate Christmas, but just that I never got to celebrate it properly.
あ、でも浮かれた人混みは好きじゃないけどね。
Well, makes sense. And even though we have not known each other for that long, I can kind of understand that much.
そうさらっと反応されると、それはそれでイラッとする。
Oh, well, come on. But anyways, you said you don't dislike the holiday of Christmas itself. So why not try to have a bit of fun this year?
一応確認しておきたいんだけど。
So what problem Rino has?
それって同情？
She stops and asks me, her expression ironclad. So, do you just feel sorry for me? And unable to grasp the meaning of the question, I pause for a moment. So Ibaraki-san notices my confusion and sighs.
いや、ごめん。私の邪推だった。
Well, I never said anything, though.
今の顔で全部わかった。
But your expressions speak for itself. How so?
間抜けな顔。ポカンって擬音が似合う顔は他にないくらい。
Well, I must be making quite a goofy face if she's this exasperated. Well, sadly, I have no mirror on hand, so I can't see it for myself. And if only Ibaraki-san was wearing BMI. So if you remember, Ibaraki or Rino is not good with technology and therefore doesn't wear BMI. Okay, so I think I understand why selfies are so popular. Well, anyways, I like to have fun this Christmas. I know I'm asking a lot, but I would really appreciate if you could help me company for holiday. And I don't want to celebrate by so lonesome, being alone.
そう、わかった。付き合ってあげる。
Well, thanks.
嘘。ごめん。正直言うと、私も興味がないわけじゃない。
Okay, so I admit I do have some interest in this holiday.
ちょっとやってみたいかも。
So that's wonderful.
でも大勢で騒ぐのはあんまり。
Well, no need to worry. And do you think that I'm the kind of person who has enough acquaintances to invite people over for a party? So you think I have friends or other people?
全く見えない。
No. Well, there's your answer. So I don't have anyone else.
ドヤ顔で何を言ってるんだか。
But you know, that's kind of sad in itself. And she chuckles at my confident tone.
かくいう私も人のこと言える立場じゃないんだけど。
Well, it's fine, but will you really hang out with me this Christmas? So, okay. And she nods, visibly bashful. But I can't see the corners of her mouth rising into a faint smile.
で、具体的には何をするの？
Okay, so what do you want to do? I don't know yet. I'm trying to use what Kumado-san said to come up with ideas. And I don't even know what people typically do on Christmas. But do you?
恋人同士がイチャイチャする。独り身には肩身の狭い日。
So Reno's looking at it from the wrong angle. So people get jealous and sappy. And that seems like it would only be relevant if you and I were a couple.
違う。そんなつもりで言ってない。あくまで一般的なイメージだし。
So what else do you think about when you hear the word Christmas?
サンタクロース？あとケーキとかチキンとか。
Wait, so people eat cake and fried chicken for Christmas?
我ながら子供っぽい気もするけど。
So, yes. Well, I like the idea and it's good to experience what's custom in a country's culture. Okay, so why do we cook up a feast like what Kumaro-san said?
私は別にこだわりがあるわけじゃないから、細かいことは任せていい？派手な催しとかじゃないなら、後から文句を言ったりもしない。
Sure. Well, I'm the one who pitched the idea, so I can do that. And tell me if you have any other ideas, so.
わかった。
Okay. And we keep walking along, and just as we have been, however, there's one noticeable difference. So, okay, so Rino is slightly smiling. So, there's a spring in Iraki-san's step that I don't think was there before. So, what's happening? So, I'm tired. I take a shower and get ready for bed. And now all I need to do is hop in and go to sleep. And if I stay up any longer, it'll affect me too once my time comes around again. So I got to get to sleep as early as I can. And that way, Tsubasa can wake up before noon and we collectively get as much sleep as possible. And that's the schedule we agreed upon. Okay, so there is some kind of agreement. But then again, I'm sure the switching is not... Basically, it's hardwired in. So anyways, I have to get to sleep now. I have to... Okay, I know that I have to, but I can't. So basically, I am too excited to sleep. And a sigh escapes my mouth. And I can't believe I'm still thinking about Christmas. So, the classic Christmas cake with strawberry on top, how delicious would that be? And as for fried chicken, there are plenty of options, but I don't mind personally as long as it tastes good. And then after those would be presents. Okay, so presents. And I doubt Ibuki-kun believes in Santa and all that. Well, I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely too old for that. So presents, Santa Claus, and the such. So maybe he wants to exchange gifts? So what kind of gift would I give to a guy? In fact, I've never given anyone a present in my life. So presents. Presents. And Rino's thinking way too much. So what should I do?
PARQUET.
Okay, so next morning, so it's now Tsubasa's time. I contact Monica-san before Kido-san wakes up.
その後お変わりはありませんか？
So anything new? I don't need any help at the moment, so I'm okay.
それならいいんですが、以前は警察から連絡があるかもしれないから口裏を合わせてほしいと言われたので。
Okay, so Kanato told Monica about the raid. And it was big because it was probably in the headlines.
だとしても心臓に悪いです。いつ連絡が来るかと私までビクビクさせられたんですから。
And I'm pretty sure Kanto told Monica that he was part of the sting. Well, sorry about that. So, did the police call you?
いえ、今のところは。
Well, not for now. So I asked Monica-san to speak on my behalf if the police start looking into me. But it seems they're too busy to be wasting time on me. So they're more focused on the incident at Dream Dive.
本当に大丈夫なんですね。
So I'm fine. So a lot has happened, but I'm enjoying living outside.
でしたら何よりです。そうだ、念のためですが、年末年始にこちらに戻る予定は？
So are you looking to come back to Ibuki for the New Year's holidays? Well, I don't think so. So why?
いえ、年末年始は仕事も休みですから、一度親に顔を見せに帰ろうかと。連絡が取れないということはないと思いますが、迅速な対応ができなくなる可能性もあります。
So basically, I'm gonna be away and it'll be hard to reach me around the holidays. Well, that's fine, so don't worry about me. So I think I'll stay here for the holidays and you can take your well-deserved rest. And, okay, so I'm not even your boss anymore. Or more like, he was never Monika's boss in the first place. It was the director before he got fired.
それはそうなんですが、なんかもう保護者みたいな気分で気になるんですよね。
Okay, so she tells Kanto, well, I'm like your guardian, so I do worry. So basically, I'm kind of like your mother. I've been watching over you until you decided to leave this place. So from the time when Kanto woke up in his prison cell dorm room. And if I were to describe our relationship, only the words parent and guardian come to mind. There you go. I suppose there would be... Also, those would be the closest to describing what she means to me.
あ、一つよろしいですか？
Okay, so, one more thing.
いただいた連絡で恐縮ですが、以前におっしゃっていた研究を調べる件です。
Right.
一応、売られてきた経緯をたどったんですが。
So, did you learn anything from that?
多少であれば。
Some?
もともとは木戸翼という人物が人格の移植を研究していたようです。
Okay, so Monica does have some clues about the Tsubasa person.
それが天才を人工的に生み出す研究に流用された。
And then it shifted. So Kiro-san really was someone incredible. And here Monica-san speak about her research. It strikes me.
ただ、具体的な詳細については分からず。
But unfortunately, that's all I know.
何せ、研究はすでに凍結と言いますか、破棄されています。
and they would not have sold me out otherwise.
その破棄された理由というのは研究者たちが失踪したようで。
Oh, okay.
研究成果が流出したのも管理していた研究者がいなくなったことが原因ですね。
So, they're afraid of being caught. So if you remember, this experiment was illegal. So what does that mean?
詳細については分かりませんでした。
Well, unfortunately, I don't know much details.
ただ、失踪した研究者のうち一人は死んだことが確認されているようです。
And one dead. Wait, so does that mean that all the others suffered the same fate?
わかりません。死亡が確認された一人以外は行方不明扱いのままです。
So I cannot confirm the other people and their whereabouts.
何があったのかはおそらく警察でも把握できていないと思います。 先ほどの木戸翼という研究者もすでに死亡しています。
Okay, so the one who passed away is Kido Tsubasa.
あ、こちらは怪しいことではなく、原因は病気だとはっきりしています。
Okay.
とはいえ、完全に行き詰まりました。申し訳ありません。
Okay, so that's all I know. Sorry. No, so that's more than enough. So you don't need to apologize. And she was kind enough to help me for one. And no matter what she found, I would not ever blame her for anything. In fact, so you found more than I was hoping for. So thanks.
いえ、それほどでは。どうします？もう少し調べますか？ただ正直なところ、これ以上の進展があるかどうかは微妙なところですが。
So basically, it'll be hard to find more clues about this research. Right. Okay, so that's fine. You've done enough. I don't have much interest in the topic to begin with. So I'm only doing it for the Tsubasa that's currently living with me. So I'm simply curious about my origins. Okay. And I'm not desperate enough to put you in harm's way. But anyways, so thank you for helping me with it all.
お役に立てたなら何よりです。他に何かありますか？
So, is there anything else you need? Oh, I want to ask you something. So, what do you think of when I say Christmas?
シャンパン。
Wait, so more alcohol. Well, maybe I should not have asked. Okay, so after I finish talking with Miyoshi-san, I pour me some tea in a glass I bought at the 100 yen store. So the equivalent of a dollar store. Phew, so this really warms me up. Wait, so isn't she usually up by this time? So what's going on? And there's still no indication that Kido-san is awake. Wait, so did something happen? Well, everything is fine and people sleep in sometimes. And at noon, Kido-san works part-time at the cafe. And by night, Ibaraki-san works part-time at the flower shop. And a lot of their work is physically demanding, so it's no wonder why they need more sleep than usual sometimes. So maybe I should take a look just to be sure, and if I don't hear anything through the door, I can knock. Well, that can wait until I finish my tea though. But then I hear a thumping sound from the second floor. Oh, so it looks like she did just sleep in. And I relax on the sofa and wait for her to come down. Okay, so Tsubasa is now awake. Good morning. And we exchange morning greetings as she walks down the stairs, rubbing her eyelids. So you look pretty tired. Everything okay?
体調に問題はないよ。まだちょっと眠いだけ。
Well, I'm pretty sure Ibaraki-san went to sleep at the usual time.
それはそうなんだけどね。
So, yes, she always does. And Kido-san turns away, clearly stumped. And she raises a finger to her cheek and traces it in circles. And then she gives me a light chuckle.
戻ったからといってすぐに眠れたかどうかは別問題。ま、女の子にはいろいろと考えることがあるってこと。
Wait, do they?
そういうものだよ。
Yes.
リノ君から聞いた。クリスマスパーティーをするんだって？
Well, yes, but it's not a big deal or anything.
ささやかなものでもパーティーはパーティーだ。
Well, a party is still a party. I guess so. I might need to bear in mind that this is an actual party. So what are you going to do?
どうすると聞かれても。僕は参加できないよ。わかってるだろ?
So basically, I have no company except Rino-kun. Well, she's asleep whenever Ibaraki-san has control of her body. And still, even if we can't all get together, we can enjoy Christmas, can't we?
そりゃあまあ、そうだけど。
I guess so. Okay, so I'll tag along with you during the day if you like. So, do you have anything you want to do?
希望は。
So she ponders for a moment and then comes to a conclusion. But all she does is smile and shake her head. So no.
特にない。リノ君と楽しんでもらえればそれで。
There you go. So no.
リノ君は素直じゃないところもあるけど、あれで結構楽しみにしてるから。
So don't worry. So Rino-kun can be quite upset, but she wants... also is looking forward to it. So I realized that. And she might have been trying to hide it. So even Kanato can sense it. But while she tried not to let it show, her every action was brimming with expectation. And even I can read the signs when they are so obvious.
先に僕と楽しんだら、伊吹くんの中で新鮮味も薄れるだろ？僕としては、リノくんの期待を優先してほしい。
So please help her.
もし手伝いが必要なら言ってくれ。僕にできることなら協力する。
Okay, thanks.
あ、それからさっきのリノくんが楽しみにしてるって教えたことは内緒ね。僕の口から伝えるのはマナー違反だって分かってる。
But then again, it's best not to stir up Rino. So she can get embarrassed and angry at times.
でも伝えておきたかった。伝えておくべきだと思ったんだ。
I know. I'll do my best to show her a good time. I want to enjoy Christmas too, so she needs to be having fun for that to happen.
そっか。
So do you know of any good bakeries, by the way? So we'll need a cake for tonight.
ケーキか。
So cake.
評判のお店となると予約はすでに締め切られてるだろうね。
So it's kind of late. Oh, really? So you can't just buy it on the day of? Well, I'm sure... Well, for all bakeries, they're backlogged and such. Well, I should have known.
もちろんお店による。こだわらなければコンビニでも買えると思うけど、形から入ることも重要だしね。特に今回みたいな場合。
Okay, I agree.
ちょっと調べてみるよ。あ、翼さん、こんにちは。
Okay, so this girl we've seen before, and if you remember, Tsubasa calls her Nika. When we make it to the cafe, there's one customer besides us already there.
ニカ君、久しぶりだね。
So, it's been a while.
はい、あの二人組との一件以来近づかないようにしてたんですけど、解決したって連絡をもらったから。
So, everything is all good now.
先に着替えてくるよ。お客さんが来たらすぐに対応できるように。ああ、そうですね。わかりました。ってあれ？ちょむいお兄さん。
Okay, so the Oni-san is back. Hey, don't call me that, please. So don't call me Oni-san. Oh, wait. So you're Nika-kun, right?
なんでうちの名前知ってるの？ストーカー？
And that must have made her wary. So she takes a step back and eyes me suspiciously. So, how do you know who I am? Wait, so I'm not stalking you. Hino-san said your name just a moment ago. And heck, I don't even know your last name.
てかお兄さん、翼さんと一緒にいるけど。
But anyways, what are you doing with her?
うちじゃなくて翼さんのストーカー？
Wait, so do I look that criminal to you? Well, never mind. So I can see why you've come to that conclusion. But I'm telling the truth, so I am not a stalker.
なんで一緒にいるの？
Then how come are you with her? Well, she held me back then, and some things happened, so it's a long story. And do you think she'd be walking around with me if I was a stalker?
確かに。なら安全か。
Well, thank you for helping me that day, by the way. So, the first time when Kanto was about to be robbed and...
いいよ全然。もう終わったことなんだから。
Well, that's past. And come to think of it, I never introduced myself. So, I'm Ibuki Kanato.
うちは金平ニカっす。よろしく。
Okay, so now she introduces herself to Kanato.
お前ら、なんだか随分仲がいいな。一体どういう関係なんだ？
ね。
Well, hee hee. And suddenly, Kanehira-san quirks a mischievous smile. So secret. And then gently leans her body against mine. Wait, so what's going on here?
なに、うちらのただならぬ関係が気になっちゃう？
ただにゃらぬか。そんなニカちゃんがニカちゃんとただにゃらぬ関係。
Hey, so what are you talking about?
ああこそちょっとつらかせや。
Okay, you're going to come with me.
俺が直々に責任の取り方ってもん教えてやっからよ。
Hey, so you're seriously scaring me.
とりあえず小指出せや。氷水で冷やして感覚をなくすくらいは認めてやる。あと止血の紐もな。
Don't worry, everything will be okay. Well, I would like to keep my finger. Thank you very much.
安心しろ。こんなこともあろうかと。包丁の切れ味はいつでも抜群だ。
Hey, so why do I have to get my finger cut off? I don't want to come back here anymore then. And you can see why the boss is making it unwelcoming for guests and customers. So, one problem with this place is that they have trouble getting people to come in. Well, at the very least, this boss also scares away his employees.
その体に直接教えてやんや。
And for some reason, this boss is so mad that he wants to cut Kanato's fingers. Well, damn it, so he can't be reasoned with any longer. And is this where I die? And just as I make my peace with death, Kanehira-san sneaks behind the boss and...
さすがに刃物は危ないっての。
Okay, can't do.
アタック。
And she hits him in the back of the head, throwing him off balance.
何よそれ。
Why not?
切れすぎ。
So, calm down first.
この程度の冗談でマジにならないでよ、パパ。
Wait, so this guy's your...
だってただならぬ関係って言うから。
It's like, hey, shut up.
だから冗談だってば。本当にもうさ、もう少し冷静になってよ。
That's true.
俺はただニカちゃんのことが心配で。
But I'm just worried about you, Nika-san.
あれ、翼さんから聞いてない？うちのパパです。
Okay, so this guy is my dad.
金平十一だ。どうぞよろしく。
Okay, I am Kanehira Shuchi. Okay, so he's your dad.
なんかもんかっか。ああ。
Nothing? Nothing at all. So they are polar opposites. So the dad is very unwelcoming, making all this negative remarks. Well, deathly remarks, while his daughter is more on the happy, excited side. So let's go out together. And never in a million years would I have thought that they are related, father and daughter no less.
で、お前ニカちゃんとどういう関係だ？
So, how do you know my Nika-chan? We only met once before, and she helped me get out of a sticky situation.
行きがかり上放っておくわけにはいかなくなって。
Right, so I owe her, and that's all.
うん、それだけ。
なんだ人助けか。ナンパにでも引っかかったのかと心配したぞ。
So, you went out with someone on the street.
パパは思い込みが激しすぎる。
Hey, you're the one who set him off though. But I'm sure for Nika it's like, well, this is how my dad is actually, so I know how to deal with it, and I really want him to not be angry all the time.
まさかここまで切れるとは思ってなくてごめんね。
Okay, I admit, so it was too much, I'm sorry. And I was legitimately fearing for my life, so I actually thought he was going to cut my fingers off.
だからごめんって。でもさ、お兄さんがナンパなんてできるわけないじゃん。見るからにっちょ重いのに。
So I know that you lack your game, so you got to, let's see, you won't be able to pick up girls.
そもそもちょもいってなんだ。二人だけの合言葉か。ぶっ殺すぞ。
ちょろくてキモいってこと。
ちょろくてキモいだってよ。
And now the dad or the boss is smiling. So she really tore into you, right?
パパは普通にキモいけどね。
You know, you're about as bad as him.
ニカちゃん
Come on, Nika-chan!
いちいちぶっ殺すとかいうところが特に。
So, none of the gory stuff, please.
可愛いマダ娘を心配するのは親として普通だ。
Well, I don't think it's very normal for a parent to threaten to cut off fingers.
なんだか随分と賑やかだね。ちょっとからかっただけなのにパパがヒートアップしちゃって。
So, Papa went into a rage.
可愛い娘を愛しているからこそだ。
だからそれがキモいの。
So she says, but it does not look to me like she's actually upset. And she's just embarrassed to hear her father expressing his love for her. And actually feels like they're pretty tight-knit as a family.
まあまあ落ち着いて。
Okay, so just calm down.
何か飲み物でもいかがですか？お客様。
So Kyo-san arrives just in time to meditate the situation.
じゃあ、カフェラテください。はい、かしこまりました。
Okay?
マスター、カフェラテ一つ。
わかった。
Okay. And he starts preparing a cafe latte.
風邪とかひいてない？はい、元気っす。むしろ家に引きこもってた分、前より元気。翼さんの方はどうですか？
So, how are you doing, Tsubasa-san?
特に変わりはないよ。
Just the usual.
あの二人組の件は解決したって連絡をもらいましたけど、たまたまの成り行きで運よく解決してもらうことができたんだ。
So basically, after that, we safely got away. So
何か特別な苦労があったわけでもない。
it wasn't much trouble for us.
でも本当に助かりました。絡まれる心配がなくなって。部屋でおとなしくしてるってのは暇で暇で。
But you know, while I was trying to stay under covers, I got bored. So all I saw were the walls. So you seem like the outdoor kind of person.
スポーツとかは苦手だけどね。何もせずに過ごすのも苦手なんだよね。
But I want to do something.
あ、そうだ。またいろいろ集めておいたよ、翼さん。
So Kanehira-san pulls out a few memory cubes from her backpack. Well, actually, more than a few.
ありがとう。代金は後でいいかな。財布はロッカーだから。
Okay, so I'll pay you later, can I?
うん、気にしないでいいよ。
So what kind of memories are those?
いろいろ。珍しいのだったり、面白そうだったり、あとうさんくさいのとか。
So basically, lots of stuff. Wait, so why shady stuff?
たまにあるんだよ。これを移植したら〇〇できますみたいなのが。
Well, I'm not sure I understand, so can you elaborate?
よく眠れますとか、巨乳になれますとか、痩せられますとか。
Wait, so those are advertisements, and... Okay, so those definitely sound shady. So, they make big claims that probably won't happen in reality. Or maybe those things are not necessarily too far-fetched. Okay, so those ones about boob size and weight loss definitely are though, so making grand claims that probably won't do much. But perhaps you can activate the production of hormones in the brain under the influence of BMI. And if it can't happen naturally in the body, it can probably be reproduced via BMI.
ほら、うちもそういうのを売ってたから。同業者ってほどでもないけど、知り合いのつてでいろいろ探したりしてるわけ。試せば一つくらいは移植できるんじゃないかっていろいろ探してるんだって。
So we're trying to find some good memories out of all this memory cubes. Okay?
まあ、そういうことだよ。
So I understand Kito-san's reason for asking her to round up memories. So she's probably trying to search through everything that's floating around in hopes that she finds one related to her.
そういえば、お兄さんも BMI が使えないんだっけ?
Oh, so Oni-san can't use BMIs either? Sadly, no.
珍しい体質だよね。もしかして二人って実は兄弟とか?
So basically, it's rare for someone not to be able to use BMIs. Well, we're not.
ただの偶然だよ。だよね。全然似てないし。でもすごい偶然。
But it is a coincidence. Well, speaking of coincidences, well, I never thought I would run into you again, Kanehira-san, and at this cafe of all places. So, run by a crazy boss guy.
だね。あ、ニカでいいよ。
Oh, so just call me Nika.
名字で呼ばれるの慣れてないからさ。
So it feels weird for people to call me by my last name. Okay, so how about Nika-san?
別に呼び捨てでもいいよ。そうやって微妙に遠慮してるところがちょもいんだよ。
So basically, just Nika. Okay, Nika then. Nika-san?
またさんをつける。そんな恥ずかしがらなくても。
Okay, no san, please. Well, it's not the embarrassment, it's just I can't. So, it just rolls off my tongue.
お待たせしました。カフェラテです。
Alright, here's your cafe latte. Oh no, he's back to chop my fingers off.
これさえなければ料理上手ないいパパなのに。
So, your attitude has been a problem.
なんでこんなに残念なパパなんだろう。
そこまでしみじみ言われるとさすがに傷つくぞ。
笑い事じゃないですってば、翼さん。
Come on, so it hurts having a dad who gets angry easily. So his bad attitude.
すまない。微笑ましくてつい。
Sorry, I can't help it.
家でもずっとこんな感じなの？そうだよ。だからマジ疲れる。
Okay.
この前も友達とクリスマスパーティーをするって言ったら大騒ぎしたんだから。その友達ってのは男か男なのかってさ。
So he becomes too interested just for one simple request. Oh, so is it a boy?
目に浮かぶよ、その光景。 だから笑い事じゃないんだってば。
But it's not funny.
そうだ。クリスマスのケーキだけど、残念ながらどこも予約を打ち切っているみたいだ。クリスマスのケーキ？
So Christmas cake. So we're looking for one, but I don't know the season was so busy until today.
おー、もうすぐだもんね。
So do you know of a nice bakery that we could commission a cake from on a short notice? Okay, so some place that's still taking orders if possible.
どうだろう。翼さんも知らないお店となると。
How about you?
うまいだけならともかく、まだ予約可能となると難しそうだな。
Well, it's too late.
あらかじめ無茶なく作れる個数分だけで予約の追加なんてしてない店ばかりだろうし。
パパがいる。
Oh, so how about you make one then?
さっきからいるだろ。
Wait, about me?
じゃなくて、パパなら美味しいケーキを作れるじゃん。
There you go.
マスターが？
So I don't want to reveal.
昔作ってくれたよね。めっちゃ美味しかった。
あの頃は店で出すことも考えていろいろ研究してたんだ。
So back then, I was just experimenting.
だが基本的にキッチン作業は俺一人だからな。
But you know, I'm the only one who can cook here.
いろんな意味でコスパが悪い。結局メニューに採用することもなかった。
Which is why it never made it to the menu.
この店の設備ならケーキを焼くこともできるか。
Well, I have no doubt you would be able to make a delicious cake.
まあな、誰かに味わってもらうものに妥協したりしない。
But it won't taste good. I can tell, so your commitment shines through just from looking at the cafe's menu. And I'll bet you can bake a cake that's just as good as cakes from any old bakery out there.
まあなあ、そんじょそこらの中途半端な店には負けるつもりはない。
Well, if we had a cake of yours, well, our Christmas would be the best Christmas ever.
はあな、少なくともがっかりさせない自信はあるな。
So I'd like to eat a cake baked by you at least once, and it'll be a life-changing experience.
そこまで言われちゃ悪い気はしないな。
So, will you?
だが断る。
No. What?
ケーキ作りは面倒なんだよ。性に合わないというか。そもそも俺が作る理由がない。
So, I won't do it. I know, but still.
パパのケチ。
So, Papa is cheap or stingy.
もうパパのケーキ食べたかったな。パーティーに持って行ったら盛り上がるのにな。
任せろ。パパが腕によりをかけて作ってやれ。
Okay, so for you, I'll do it. Whoa, I don't even know what to say.
手首にモーターでも仕込んでるんじゃない？
うるせえぞ。というかだな。なんでうまいケーキにこだわるんだ。
So I want to have one for our Christmas party.
それは分かってる。だが優先すべきは味より特別を感じられることじゃないのか。
So the cake is not the main focus. So just make the party good. That's more important.
例えば自分で作るとか。
As in me making the cake? That does sound like it would make the party more special, but I don't know how to bake one.
そんなもんレシピを移植すれば一発だ。
Sounds easy for him.
ケーキ作りなんて一般的な記憶どこでも売ってるぞ。
But then again, Kanako can't graph memories. Okay, so I'm going to stop the episode here, and we'll see how Kanato makes an agreement or finds some way to convince this boss guy to make a cake for Kanato, and I'm sure it's going to be Rino who will enjoy the cake as well. So they try to talk nice and such, but then when Kanato revealed what he was up to, the boss refused. So I can't make cake, they're too hard to do, and they don't taste that good anyways. And even Nika couldn't do much to convince her dad to make one. So anyways, we'll see how it resolves in the next episode. And with that in mind, I'll see you later.